Academics had an interview with one of Diddy's accusers called Lil Rod, and he exposed him badly, bruh. Had him panicking live during the interview. Lil Rod originally filed a lawsuit against Diddy because he claims Diddy owed him unpaid royalties. So in return, he was going to expose all of Diddy's secrets and the horrors that he says Diddy did to him. Now, the lawsuit came with heavy critiques. Even before this interview, people were already second guessing Lil Rod because several claims in his lawsuit had already been debunked, and then he would amend it and just take it out after he gets exposed for lying. One of the most obvious claims of Lil Rod that was just easily refutable was he included pictures of Stephanie Rayo, which is Justin Combs' girlfriend, and a couple of her friends partying with Diddy and Justin. And he would claim that these women were underage, they weren't of age. But if you look at pictures of Stephanie, like she's like almost 30 years old, and all her friends were almost 30 years old. So it was just an absolute lie, and it was easily debunked. What did Lil Rod do when his lies were debunked? He didn't come out and apologize. He just amended the complaint and took out Stephanie and took out Justin as defendants. Lil Rod will also go on to accuse Diddy of sending him a video of Stevie J being penetrated by a Caucasian male. He would claim that this was evidence of harassment because he never asked for this. Diddy would just send it to him, and he believed that he was being groomed by Diddy. And he would also include a screenshot from a video he claims that Diddy sent of him of Stevie J being penetrated, and he would include that screenshot in the lawsuit. In the lawsuit, Lil Rod writes, Mr. Combs used access to Stevie J and his knowledge of Mr. Jones' admiration of Stevie J to groom and entice Mr. Jones to engage in homosexuality. Mr. Combs went so far as to share a video of Stevie J anally penetrating a Caucasian male without a blank. So I was wrong. Stevie J was the one who's doing the penetrating. This was done to ease Mr. Jones' anxiety concerning homosexuality, according to Mr. Combs. This is a normal practice in the music industry. Look, even Stephen J is doing it. But the video that he claims is of Stevie J, that the screenshot is from, is actually a video filmed by, I guess, this amateur adult film star who, you know, is a homosexual. It's actually his video. His name is Knockout. And he actually came out and publicly said, yo, this is my video. This is not Stevie J. What are you talking about? So Lil Rod has been caught in several lies and several inconsistencies and damn near defamation in this lawsuit. But for some reason, he decided he still wanted to do an interview with Academics. My best guess for why he wants to do an interview now is he feels like the clout is running away at this point. He realizes it's his last 10 minutes of fame. In about a month or two, nobody will really care about this since Diddy, I guess, got found not guilty on trafficking charges, among other things. So Lil Rod right now is just trying to get whatever clout he could get. He could also be speaking now because he realizes this lawsuit ain't really going anywhere, especially after his lawyer, who's the only lawyer who was willing to touch it, Tyrone Blackburn, he was just indicted on felony charges by running over a process server who was trying to serve him a lawsuit from Fat Joe because he filed a lawsuit against Fat Joe on behalf of somebody else that was completely defamatory, according to Fat Joe. One of the major red flags from Lil Rod in this interview was when he was speaking to Academics about things that he is stating that he witnessed and saw firsthand, he will use allegedly. If you witness something with your own two eyes, why would you need to use allegedly? You use allegedly if you're claiming you've seen things with your own two eyes to protect yourself from being sued because you know what you're saying is not true and it's a lie. In this case, Lil Rod will claim that he witnessed Young Miami and Diddy's son apparently going to the room together, and where he would insinuate or imply that Young Miami engaged in a freak off or a rendezvous with Diddy and his son.
Why you think Young Miami ain't show up to that goddamn trial, man? If they approached you, Young Miami up in them freak offs. Do you think Young Miami was in a freak off? This is your opinion. This is not.
Listen,
she mentioned getting peed on. Do you think that? Again, when I mean freak offs, do you think Diddy would have other either sex worker or men penetrate her?
Yes.
Really?
Listen,
Dade County,
bro. I've witnessed. Look, man.
Carisha not on that. Real ass give a out of.
Look. Allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly. Yeah. That's the good word. Yeah.
Allegedly, on the boat, I seen him with Diddy, Young Miami, and Justin, and another girl sleep in the same room all night.
Wait, hold on. All right, hold on, Tama.
Yeah.
You said you seen who and what?
Yeah, Justin. This is not the first time.
No,
though.
wait. Break it. You said on the yacht, you seen who was in the room?
Diddy, Justin, Young Miami, and another girl. It might have been 2 more other girls as well.
So Diddy just there was running the father, like there was running a LeBron and Bronny play. Oh shit.
All the time, bro.
So you think Diddy was throwing Young Miami to Justin? Absolutely. Yo, hold that, Just. Damn.
Absolutely.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So it's a win-win for Justin. You know what I'm saying?
Man, maybe them Lori Harvey things was true. Nah, no way.
I'm not saying I don't believe him because Young Miami is some type of virtuous, wholesome nanny. No, I don't. She's the opposite of a nanny or a nun. Like, Young Miami gives it up. But for some reason, when this guy opened up his mouth, there's nothing that comes out of his mouth that appears to be the truth. It's always something that appears to be unsure, is vague, is coy. Listen, man, usually when you have to speak around something, you're lying. The truth is very direct, bruh. Hey, yo, did you see Young Miami at this party getting, like, banged out by Diddy and his son? Yes. Easy. Allegedly, I seen maybe. Yo, he even does something very similar with Meek Mill. He put in his lawsuit that Diddy told him that he's sleeping with a Philly artist who was dating Nicki Minaj. So, obviously, you are implying that Meek Mill was sleeping with Diddy. Academics confronted him about that. Same thing. Coy, sly, tricky, talking around an issue. I never said Meek Mill, but you implied Meek Mill. Who from Philly did Nicki Minaj date? The dude just come across as a sleazy guy, man.
Understand? I'm back to the music.
I'll give you another opportunity. Do you want to apologize to Meek Mill for mentioning him or not? This is the last time I ask. Because he gonna see this, they gonna clip it. You know they gonna clip it, and I want Meek to be like,
I don't care.
Listen, I want him to be like, as much as I don't like that Akademiks, he tried to get the truth and clear my name, and Lil Rod would not clear my name.
Listen, if I ain't backing down from Puff, who's a gatekeeper, I ain't backing down from nobody.
So you believe Diddy and Meek Mill bisexual?
Understand this.
You think Meek Mill bisexual too? Because he a gangster. I've never. Well, he took a little sus picture one time, the little matching joint, and the pool was weird.
I'm not.
But I never heard about him in sexual situations.
I'm not getting to what his sexual preference is. That's on him.
But Diddy told you he was bisexual. Diddy told you.
But look, just ask him. Is he bisexual?
He said he's not gay. He said niggas in Philly.
So then
he said he's thorough. He said niggas in Philly don't do that. Wait, hold on. So
leave the man alone. If he say he's not gay, bro, leave him alone.
So why did Diddy tell you he gay then? Did he say he had sex with him, right?
Bro, you a slick brother.
No, wait, you didn't make that up, right? You said Diddy's told you, right?
Did I say Meek Mill?
So it ain't Meek Mill. All right, Meek, your name is clear. Finally, clip it. It's not Meek.
You don't need creative ways to tell the truth. You don't need to be avoidant when you're answering something that somebody told you. If Diddy told you that the Philly rapper who dated Nicki Minaj, aka Meek Mill, if Diddy told you that he was intimate with him, you don't need, and allegedly, you don't need to play coy or play dumb. Which is why, like, everything this dude has ever done to me has always gave me the ick. Because it always came across as, yo, this dude is an opportunist. The Cassie thing happened, so now automatically, whatever you put out about Diddy, we automatically assume is true until not. Now, I'm not saying everybody is lying on Diddy, because obviously not. Diddy has done some horrible things in his life. But it's people like this that really makes it hard to believe other people who come out against Diddy. Now, Akademiks eventually had enough. Now, with Young Miami and Meek Mill, Akademiks ain't really going to press you that hard because Akademiks don't really like those two. But Ak at some point is still committed to the truth. Like, he's still trying to be a credible platform, so he just can't let you come on his platform and just lie. So Ak now begins to press him about the inconsistencies and the clear lies, or the documented clear-cut lies, like the underage girl thing. And like, his character really shows here. because things that he acknowledges are lies because he removes it from the lawsuit in the amended complaint, he's having a very tough time just saying, hey, I got it wrong, or hey, I lied. Which shows this dude is a very dishonest person.
You know what I'm saying?
I've read your lawsuit back and front. I've tried to verify every single detail. You guys have headless. First of all, at your first initial complaint, which I do want to ask you about this too. And again, these are things that's going to be asked in court. And I don't know if maybe you need more time to answer these, but it's going to be asked in court. You accused Diddy of being around underage women. None of that came out in trial. He was never accused criminally of being with underage women. You had pictures of women who later came out themselves to say, that's me, and I'm grown. I'm 27. Why did you think there was underage women at his party? And again, what was your state of mind?
Again, bro, they have successfully, well, not really successfully, because the truth is being revealed as time is going by, but they have been out reshaping the public opinion during this whole process. They hired private investigators to hold that. Yeah. So I don't care, bro. The reality is nothing that they're doing is stopping this from seeing a judge. They
No, it will, but you're not answering the question though. There's certain things. Again, what we found out is that if someone says, "Yo, Ak, you did 15 things," and we found out that 12 things were lies, the other 3 looks kind of crazy. So you alleged a few things.
Are you saying that, for example, I said 12 things and only 3 things was correct? That's what you're saying?
Well, I could point out over a dozen lies to you right now. Because
it's probably gonna be everything I did say was accurate, and then some things hasn't.
No, sir. It's very different. Okay. Most of the things you said, I will admit, the feds tried to use, but Diddy actually spanked that case in federal court. At least 3-2. He got convicted of.
Help shape the public again.
You accused of civil RICO. They filed a criminal RICO. You beat the RICO. You accused.
Some of the evidence.
He starts to get frustrated and begins to tell Akademiks he wants to move on. He can't speak on certain things. And also, let's make it clear here. Lil Rod is a grifter. That this lawsuit isn't Lil Rod predicting certain things. No. Lil Rod seen Cassie's lawsuit and just included like similar allegations to Cassie. Like him guessing the RICO, no. Like Cassie put a RICO in her lawsuit. Cassie alleged that Diddy violated the Racketeering Act and the Trafficking Act. So Lil Rod just latched onto that. But Lil Rod will want you to believe I was right about 10 things. I just wrong about 3. No, he was right about the things that Cassie included. But once he got done latching off of Cassie and had to essentially bring in something new, much of the new stuff he brought in were all fraudulent. It was all lies.
And people have not seen the court yet. Where's Christina Corum?
Remains to be seen. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Where's so many? People are dodging process services. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So the reality is, bro,
you're still not answering this question though. You allege that he was with. You said underage women were around these events in that time period. I'm just. By the way, it's completely fine for you to be like, "Oh, I thought they were."
I said this, bro. I'm not backing down, bro. Let's go back.
So you still believe there were underage women there?
Let's go back for the 4th time. Everything that I said in my complaint is accurate.
No, but that's not true now because you took that out of the complaint. That's out of there. You're on a second amended complaint. The first complaint. I have both of them here. I could quote you right now. You have pictures.
Everything that I said in my complaint is accurate, bro.
Okay, so all right. So if everything is accurate, why would you remove the part about underage women? Hold on. I'll do some reading for you, right? So you said, hey, listen, an event that happened on July 2nd, 2023 in California at Mr. Combs' listening party. There was an R&B redacted. Justin Combs, sex workers, and underage girls were there. The event started at 7 p.m. Combs requested female sex workers and required Mr. Jones to solicit them. In addition to sex workers, there were 5 women in the crowd that were under the age of 16. He forced all the women to drink laced De Leon liquor, and basically then Combs laced the liquor with ecstasy. Mr. Combs did not check the identification of the underage girls. The presence of these underage women made Mr. Jones uncomfortable. He attempted to leave. Mr. Combs forced him to stay. I could post the pictures now. It shows uno, dos, tres, cuatro, and I don't speak Spanish that well. It shows 4 pictures that you put there with blacked out faces of Diddy kissing women who you claim were underage. I have 3 of the women Instagram. They claim that they popped out, that's them in the pictures, and that clearly they're of age. I could tell you the article that you could see because multiple outlets ran articles on the women who said no, that's me in that picture, and I'm overage. Why and where did you come with the underage thing? And if you're saying everything you're standing on, why did you take it out of the second complaint? You should have left those pictures and said, yo, this is Diddy with the underage girl. You said they were under the age of 16. That to me is nasty. If that's true, Diddy should not be coming home and potentially by Christmas. He should sit in jail till Christmas 35. You don't believe that? If he was with underage kids and you saw it?
Yo, what's your relationship with Harvey at TMZ?
I have none.
None.
I have none.
You have no dealings with TMZ?
They've asked me to come on there to interview a few times about the Drake rap battle, about Kanye, because I did an interview with them.
Have you talked to anybody about this interview with me?
No, none. Hey, listen. Number one, just to let you know, I cover every trial.
Hey,
I subscribe to the docket that you filed against him. I'm on Pacer spending $3,000 a month seeing everything. I missed nothing.
Have an interview with me again, bro. You got to understand, badgering me ain't gonna be it.
It's not about badgering you. It's like I'll let you get some stuff off, but we can't just. This is not propaganda.
We've talked about this, but what we're not gonna do is be disrespectful, King.
No, is it disrespectful if I'm asking you facts?
You asked me facts, and I gave you my facts.
You said you're standing on everything you said.
Hey, fast talking me never gets anywhere.
Okay. He eventually tells Akademiks, hey, man, I gotta go, man. We can do another interview and scurry off like a coward, man. Yo, Lil Rod to me has always been problematic because his lawsuit got so much publicity because he was one of the first, and he did it immediately after Cassie did it. So he was able to latch on to, I guess, the publicity that Cassie was bringing. But he has always been problematic because when you read his lawsuit from the very beginning, bro, you could tell there were some inconsistencies here. It was very bitter, and the person who was behind it had a terrible track record of telling the truth, and that's Tyrone Blackburn. All right, because Tyrone right now, yo, ain't like a judge like try to like disbar him at some point allegedly. Like I don't know. But Tyrone has been a fraud, right? Right. And again, you see how I say allegedly because I wasn't sure? That's not making a claim. You can't be this inconsistent, this unsure when you're saying that this man was involved with underage people. This is just nasty stuff, man. Who will put allegations like this on another man if it's not true? Over some money? But y'all let me know in the comment section, man. Listen, I may get flagged. I don't care. Because some of y'all like Lil Rod. I don't know why, but y'all let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think about this? Do y'all think Lil Rod is telling the truth? Let me know. And if you're still watching, click on this video right here to find out how Charleston White just ruined YSL Woody's life. I'm going to see you guys in this video somewhere on my screen. Out of here, folks. Peace.